So a while ago I made this stand for several styles of recorder which my wife plays, and the idea being is you could set this up and have the instruments out ready to play when you want to play them. They stand up on this board. Each of the recorders essentially has a rod that they slide on, including even the big one at the back here. So the idea being the rod keeps them standing upright, and you know they can't fall over because the base is quite stable. So this setup is fine when you're in your own house, but when you're out practicing with your group, you can't really take a huge chunk of wood with you, so you needed something a bit more easy to carry. A bit of wood with spikes sticking out of it is not that friendly. So we came up with a portable one. So here is the portable version of the same thing, except it's using a much flatter board, and each of these can be taken out and laid flat and carried in a bag. So it's much easier to carry around, but because the board is quite wide and flat, it still gives you the same stability when putting in the recorders to stand up. So I've been asked to make a couple more of these portable ones, so let's go and make them. So the first step in making the recorder stands is to trim up some of the wood, so I'm just going to do that right now. So, earmuffs on. Well, now I've cut those bits, I'll need to route around the edges to smooth up, and then I'll sand them off to make them nice and clean. Doing a bit of sanding to clean off the old wood. Okay, we're going to route along the edges of this just to smooth it off, make it a nicer thing to carry around portably. Oh, there he is. So now I'm going to do the squared off corner on this piece. This larger panelled one and this smaller panelled one. With this one, the beveled edges is fairly straightforward. This one I've just done a small round over on the corners, but the router bit's gone a little deep, so I'll have to just sand along the edges. So I'm going to just use this handheld sander, and we should be fine with that. So when we're making these, the spikes that poke up are actually long, thick knitting needles, which we have a couple of extras of. So the good thing is the knitting needles are in millimeters, so I just need to find the right millimeter drill bit and I can make the precise hole, which is good for these mobile stands because it makes it easy to pull the spike in and out, being a temporary spike rather than gluing it in permanently. So I just need to find my 6mm and 9mm drill bit and we should be good. So I'll do a pilot hole first. Okay, that's all the holes drilled, and I need to tidy them up. So now we're going to just sand off all the marks and get it ready for paint. Get it ready for some finish. I'm going to put just some clear poly on it to protect it. Should bring out the colour a bit as well. So just do a bit of sanding now. Well, something went wrong there. Well, unfortunately the sander has blown apart inside. I mean, it shouldn't rattle. So anyway, I'll have to do some sanding by hand. So now we've wiped them off, and we just want to give them a clear coat of gloss. So I'll come back in 20 minutes and give it another coat. And here we have the finished article. Two different types of the portable stand. So each of those spikes just pulls out. It's just held in there through the tightness of the fit. And there's two large spikes for the larger sizes, small and long small spike for the smaller sizes. So there we go. They're all ready to use. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.